Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from Phone Bunch, and today we are unboxing and taking a look at the Karbonn Titanium S5 Ultra, available for Rs 6,999 from eBay exclusively, and you can see how good this new packaging looks. You have a 5-inch QHD display that's 960 by 540 pixels, 1.3 GHz quad-core processor, 4.4 Android KitKat running on the device, 4 GB of internal storage, 1 GB RAM, 8 megapixel autofocus primary camera with an LED flash, 2 megapixel front facing camera. You have a dual SIM smartphone here with 3G connectivity and a 2000 mAh battery. So now let's go ahead and we'll cut open the seals. These seals are a little bit hard to cut. That's one seal down and that's the second one. I might have heard there myself. So folks, at the very top you can see that's your Karbonn Titanium S5 Ultra. I'll keep that aside. We have got it in black color. At the very top you can see you have a screen guard, always good to see within the box. You have your usual warranty as well as user manual. It's printed quite nice. Not many pictures there. Might be a bit boring. And then you have your USB wall charger. No indicator LED. It's rated at 1 ampere. And then you have the 2000 mAh battery right there. You can see it from there as well. Let me make some room. So here you have your white USB data syncing and charging cable. The ports do look very Apple-like. And then you have a white headset, again reminiscent of yesterday's Apple earbuds. You have a button to end and receive calls. We'll check these out in our full review. That's everything you get inside the box. Now coming to the phone itself, here you have the Karbonn Titanium S5 Ultra in black. On the left you have the volume rocker, which is quite sturdy but has been shifted a bit too high. At the top you have the 3.5 audio jack, micro USB data syncing and charging port. Now on the right you will be able to see that the power button too has been shifted a bit upward. That's a bit strange given the length of the device. You have space to open the back cover, and at the bottom you have the primary microphone. That's just about it. You can see at the back 8 megapixel camera, LED flash, carbon branding, and the speakerphone at the bottom, which is flush with the surface, so sound will get muffled definitely. The back has a nice matte finish to it. You can also see the rounded sides, which make it pleasing to hold. And you can see I can't reach both those buttons with my fingers. So there's definitely something wrong with ergonomics on this phone. It's not that easy to use. And it's a very tall phone too, due to that chin at the bottom. Let's open up the back cover. We'll take a look at the SIM card slot arrangement. The back cover feels really solid. That's good to see at least. On the inside you can see you have a full size SIM card slot, a micro SIM card slot, and then you have the micro SD card slot, which can accept up to 32 gigs of storage. Now let me put the battery in and we'll power on the phone for the very first time. It's a very snug fit here. The back cover too closes in shut. I don't hear any creaking. There is no flex in the device. Very solid construction, and considering this phone costs about Rs 7,000, that's really good to see. Now we have started booting on the device. You can see the Karbonn logo right there. I'll just remove this plastic sheet covering the display. And you already have a screen guard pre-applied. Some folks do like that. Now if we come to the front of the device, you have a 2 megapixel camera right up top. Proximity light sensors, main earpiece as well right there. And then you have a 5-inch QHD display that's 960 by 540 pixels and possibly capacitive buttons which would light up. So folks, as you can see, now we are at the home screen, and right off the bat you can see that some icons have been changed and it is not the stock launcher. So this phone is running Android 4.4 KitKat, but it's not Android 1. So you don't have stock launcher. There's a lot of customization. There might be some bloatware as well. So let's jump into settings. We'll get into about. So you can see right there it's running Android 4.4.2, not 4.4.4 KitKat right out of the box. And you do have software updates available. Capacitive buttons do light up. Now coming to storage, you'll be able to see that you have about 2.3 gigs of internal storage that is available to you. You can expand it with a micro SD card slot. You have about 961 MB of RAM available out of 1 GB to the system. Now coming back to the home screen, you do see an oddity on the left. These are the floating apps that are available on the device. So you have a floating dialer right here. I presume you can move that as well. Then you have your floating music player, you have a floating video player as well. Then coming back to the launcher, you have option to add widgets, change the wallpaper or apps directly from any of the home screens by long tapping them. You can increase the number of home screens. Now these are the different tiles that are available. So a different tile interface is also available here. You can change these tiles by long tapping on any of them. Overall, the interface seems really fluid. This is the default app drawer. So you can simply drag and drop your apps to the home screens. There are many apps that have come pre-installed. You have Chrome, you have Opera, you have the default browser as well. So there is definitely some bloatware here, not that much. You have a separate tab for widgets as well as downloads. And you can even sort apps or manage apps directly from the app drawer. You can customize the launcher by just selecting the menu button as well. Default camera interface, yes, we have seen this many times with MediaTek smartphones. You do have HDR mode, voice capture, and you can see if you switch to 4:3 aspect ratio, you can take up to 8 megapixel images. And you have EIS, and we presume that the phone can record in 1080p. We'll check that out. Talking about the display, I see some distortion in brightness and colors when the display is tilted, but overall the viewing angles are actually not that narrow. The color reproduction also seems natural. It's a bit undersaturated, I would say, but needs a little bit more inspection. But I can see that the display does seem a little bit pixelated. The touch response is fine, the phone is performing quite well, and there is no ghosting or freezing. Now I do like the build of the device, it's solid, there is no bending, flex or creaking from the device. And at the bottom you can see there is a bit of lip which increases the size of the bezels a little too much. This is a really tall phone, it's easier to handle in your left hand than it is in your right hand. That's a bit strange. I would have liked both the buttons to be on the right hand side. The camera does protrude a little bit, but I can say if you are looking for a quad-core smartphone with a 5-inch display, 1 GB of RAM Android KitKat within Rs 7,000, then the S5 Ultra can definitely be under consideration. We'll be back with more on it. Till then, you can watch an unboxing of the Karbonn Sparkle 5 Android One smartphone as well as the gaming review of the Micromax Canvas A1. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Any questions, hit us in the comment section. Thanks for watching and have a great day.